Well, hey there, everyone, and welcome to the VIP Trade Room with Roger Scott and Matt Horton. Now, today is Wednesday, November 19th, and my name is Raleigh White, and I'm coming to you from an overcast day here in Austin, Texas. And you know what? We're going to be getting rain. And we never complain about getting rain here in Central Texas. Anyway, folks, I'm going to be your moderator today. Now, in today's session, Roger's going to be covering a range of important topics with a special focus on today's market analysis. And for today, we do have special guest Kane Shea is going to be joining us in the VIP room, and he and Roger are going to be talking about the NVIDIA earnings that will be coming out and the impact that this could have on large cap tech stocks. Then, this is going to be great. They're going to do a joint analysis of your favorite stocks in real time. That's right, folks. You'll be feeding us the stocks you want them to look at. They're going to do an analysis. And if they see something that's really good looking, then they're going to offer up what the best option strategy could be for that scenario. This is going to be a great chance for you to participate live with us. And as a bonus, Roger's going to give us an update on retail earnings for the balance of this week. Now, if you've got any questions during Roger's presentation, please type them in the chat window and we'll address them periodically throughout the session so as to not interfere with Roger's presentation. And folks, also remember that the chat is open to everyone and we do have some ground rules. Number one, always be kind and supportive in your posts. Number two, please keep to the topic. Number three, no political discussions allowed whatsoever. And number four, folks, please, please, please keep your side conversations to a bare minimum so that the rest of us can focus on the education and information that Roger's going to be sharing. Because if you think about it, he is taking time out of his busy day to give us all an edge in the market and to help us all become more confident and consistent in our trading activities. Now, for those of you that joined us this morning at 8 o'clock for Roger's pre-market briefing, you'll note that there were several catalysts on tap that we needed to be aware of. Now, one of them in the chip sector, we noted that ON was up 3% and Micron was up 2% coming into the open. On the consumer staples front, we noted that Lowe's was up 6% and DoorDash was up 2%. In utilities, Constellation was up 2%. But on the energy side, we did note that low crude prices were having an impact on stocks. And you'll note that across the board on most energy stocks. Lastly, guys, as far as the Fed is concerned, we have two FOMC members that will be speaking today. We have the FMOC meetings that are coming out later this afternoon. We had the crude oil inventory report come out, and we have a 20-year bond sale also this afternoon. Now, for those of you that are wondering about why do we even report on these catalysts and what are they? Well, here's the key, folks. Information that is either known or will be known during the trading day, okay, and has not yet been priced in the markets are catalysts that we need to be aware of. Each one of these catalysts that you see here represents volatility. And for that perspective, we need to be careful about looking at trading opportunities in these sectors or around these specific events. Now, as far as Roger's small cap watch list is concerned, we noted that there were three tickers that he was looking at today: KZIA, BACC, and RYET. And the interesting thing about RYET is that trading was halted pre-market basically on news that Adobe was looking to buy them. And as a result, things shot up instantaneously and trading has been halted there. Now, let's take a look at my charts and see how these small caps are doing. All right, folks, now I want you to focus your eyes over to the left-hand side of my screen here. In the upper left-hand corner, we have KZIA. We can see the pre-market open was $10.25. It opened right here around $8, has been chopping sideways and hasn't made a move in this direction whatsoever. Not sure anything's going to happen there. Right next to it, we have BACC, and its pre-market high was 1044. And right here in the open, by the way, these are 15-minute charts. Here in the open right here, we came right up here and we just tickled 1044 and dropped right down. Did not get a fill here and have moved lower. Not sure if this is going to come around or not, but it certainly could. Here in the lower left-hand corner, we have SMER, and you can see right here at the $12 level, this is where the pre-market trading halted, and you can see it's just been moving sideways, and it's just not open to trade at this point in time. I don't specifically have any experience around when does something come off of halt and how do they do those things, but this is something that just shot up when pre-market news came up that Adobe was looking to acquire them. And with that aggressive a move, the stock exchange basically halted all trading there. The other charts that are here, I'll come back to. That's some of the key indexes that we look at, but I'll come back to that in a few more minutes. So going back to my regular presentation here, before I leave small caps, I just want to remind everybody that Roger's selection process is not only on price action, but he's also looking at extreme volume. He wants to see overnight pre-market volume about 100 times what the normal volume is in these small caps for them to be considered. And remember, folks, that small caps are their own animal, okay? No institutions are putting any money into small caps whatsoever. It's individual retailers like ourselves. Also, folks, if you're looking at getting into one of these small caps, only consider trading them during normal market hours. And if you don't have a fill by around 2 p.m. Eastern time, then, take the trade off. It's not worth the risk. And oh, by the way, if you do get into one of these small cap trades, never, ever hold them overnight. The risk is just not worth it. Now, Roger did give us a number of large caps to keep our eyes on today. With regard to shorts, there were 13 of them. And you look at them here, and I just want to point out that there was a couple here, Flow and Kava. And when he brought those tickers up, he said, guys, these are perfect shorts, quote unquote. Those were his words on Flow and on Kava. And as he said, there was no shortage of shorts today, given what we see going on in the markets. Now, on the longs, he did give us 12 of them. CMI and INDE, they have a double asterisk because Roger mentioned that these are possible A-line setups. Now, folks, what you need to know at this point in time around these tickers right here is that these are legitimately on Roger's watch list. And if they hit certain levels or the setups come together the way he likes to see them, then more than likely he's going to take a look at actively trading that, and he'll put that in his trading pit or other of his premium services that he has. With regard to his closing pre-market comments, we did note that the futures were slightly up across the board coming into the open, okay? He did note that the VIX was also a bit lower, but still above the 20, what he calls fear level. Bonds were moving sideways and consolidating above key support. And he had a lot of discussion around this because from his perspective, he's really hoping that bonds are going to be moving a little bit higher, because if they drop below the critical support levels where they're sitting at this point in time, he's concerned that that's going to have a huge drag on the market. He did also notice that we have continuing downside momentum with only 49% of the Russell 3000 above the 200-day moving average. The Russell 3000 are the largest 3,000, stocks that we have out there. And when it drops below 50, Roger says we're taking a real peak here at a bearish market potential, and we're sitting at 49%. From his standpoint, he says, look, here's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to open higher and then may drift sideways for the rest of the day as everybody waits to see what happens with NVIDIA and then Walmart. He talked a lot about what's happening on the retail sector because it's the biggest driver for our economy, and seeing what Walmart and NVIDIA together would do will have an impact. Bottom line, be careful. Take a wait and see approach, keep your powder dry, and it's absolutely no time for any FOMO trades. You know what that is, fear of missing out trades. Just be careful, folks, and stick to your plan. So we got a great group of people here today. We expect a large audience, and why not? We have Kane with us today. He's going to be joining us in the VIP room, and he and Roger collectively are going to take a look at NVIDIA earnings and the impact that they could have on large tech stocks, okay? And this is really cool what they're going to do. They're going to do a joint analysis of your favorite stocks in real time. What we mean by that is that you'll be feeding us, you'll be feeding me your stocks, and then I'll share those with Roger and Kane. They're going to do a real time analysis. And if they see a setup that looks good, they're going to offer up what the best option strategy would be for that scenario. It's a great chance for you guys to participate live with us. And as a bonus, time permitting, because we sometimes the time gets away from us, Roger's going to do an update on retail earnings for the rest of this week. So, folks, if you've got any questions during Roger's presentation, please type them in the chat window and we'll address them periodically throughout the session so as to not interfere with Roger's presentation. Secondly, remember that the chat is open to everyone, and remember the ground rules. Always be kind and supportive in your postings. Number two, please keep to the topic. Number three, no political discussions allowed whatsoever. And number four, please, please, please keep your side conversations to a bare minimum so that the rest of us can focus on the education and information that Roger and Kane are going to be sharing with us, because these guys are here to help give us an edge in the market and to help us all become more confident and consistent in our trading activities. And with that, folks, let's say hi to the team. We got the full team here today. We got Matt, we got Roger, we got Kane. What more could you ask for? Guys, it's great to see you. How you doing? Roger, let me start off by just saying, any surprises on the day so far with what you're seeing? It looks to me like things are playing out about as you expected.
To be honest with you, I didn't really have too many expectations going into today. My only expectation, my only hope going into today was this. Let me show you. This is what I was really big on right here. Hold on. What I was really big on was the fact that we penetrated this area yesterday.
Oh, we're not seeing you. We're not seeing your screen there.
Let me share. Yeah, let me share my screen. It would be helpful if I shared my screen.
I have a good mental image.
Yeah. Hey, Kane, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I'm great.
Good to see everybody.
We got
here.
the West Coast, we got the East Coast, we got Austin in the middle of the country. We got everything covered. All the ground is covered.
We got a little bit of everything. So here's what I was hoping for today was, as I was saying, was in the morning I was very critical that I said this right here is happening now right here. We're overextended to the downside. And unless there's a fundamental reason for us to go down, I think we'll start bouncing up, and we're up right now. We took out this high. Remember, I said I want to see if we could take out this high, and I would be very nervous and skeptical if we could take out this low. And we bounced back pretty good, and we opened up here. We went up. This is I call this a lizard formation because we went up and then straight back down. It looks like a big tail, like a lizard. You got the neckline, and then but as long as we're moving up, and getting away from this, that makes me happy. Overall, I don't like the fact that we're pinched between the 100-day and the 50-day. And I'm about to say something actually pretty important, folks, so please pay attention. I don't think we're going to get above the 50-day moving average if we do, till after NVIDIA comes out, after FOMC comes out. We need something fundamental to get us back up here. Something real meaningful, something to really gyrate, to prove that the AI thing is not overdone. And that would be NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA underperforms its earnings expectations as implied by the option price, as according to my assistant, Matt. What did you say, 70 or 77%, Matt?
78.
78%. So NVIDIA doesn't jump as much as it is, as the company expects it to typically, okay? Actually, let's see what's priced into out of curiosity.
And that's going back 20 quarters, right?
At least 20 quarters. Yeah, at least. Here, let's see what the expectations were. 7.7%. That's quite a bit. I mean, it's not huge, but that's quite a bit. So if you see NVIDIA up only 7% or 6.5% or 5%, don't be surprised. But it underperforms these expectations about 78% of the time, which is pretty substantial. So I will be potentially looking at time spreads.
Wow. And Roger, before we move on, I mentioned to people that on the small cap size, not much activity there, but SEMR, they halted pre-market and it still looks that way. Can you talk a little bit about what that means, halted, and when does something come off of halt, and what's going on there?
Yeah, a stock gets halted when it supersedes a specific trading level, and when it goes up when it goes up too much in too short of a period of time. And then what they do is they look to open it based on the supply demand, or it could be a takeover target or anything like that.
Well,
But
that's what I read. I read that there was a rumor out that
yeah,
Adobe is looking to acquire them.
very possible, very, very possible. But the good news is it never went above 1205.
Right.
So we don't have to really worry about it too much. But it's because it's a takeover target, or because there's too much volume on one side, or because it's got too much pent up movement in it, and they don't want it to happen to what happened to GameStop, if you will.
Okay.
So that's
Gotcha.
what happens. The danger with this is this, folks, and this is something you should pay attention to, and this is something that will happen. This is why you shouldn't put a lot of money into small caps. Well, first of all, they move a lot, so that you get a lot of leverage with them. But the problem is if this stock is halted, it can open at any price. It can
Yeah.
open 5 points higher, and it can open 5 points lower. So one of the dangers of trading stocks that are halted is usually when we buy a stock and it gets halted at a good price. We're in the money. And one of the best reasons why we only get in above the pre-open high or low is to avoid being halted, because usually it gets halted at those levels. Okay. Yeah, usually pending news is the reason why. Yeah, Bodine says have seen halts for news pending awaiting information. Yeah. And that's what this is. They don't want to speculate on the price of the stock, because just about anything can happen. The good news is we wouldn't have gotten into this trade because our entry was at 1205 or above 1205, and there was a question mark there as well, because 1205 was the highest pre-open level. That was right there. But yeah, so we don't have anything else get hit today, Raleigh?
Yeah, we came very, very close on BACC. As a matter of fact, it tickled the 1044 and then just dropped right off of it. Now it may turn back around, okay, but it didn't quite hit. But
Okay.
1044 was the pre-market high. It came up there and it said boo,
Yeah.
and then backed off. I
Yeah.
like the way you
And
say it. It huffed and puffed, and
huffed and
then
puffed and didn't do anything.
didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
There's usually no options on these small caps, Ken. Usually takeover candidates are smaller stocks, but if there is options, the options will be halted. Yeah, there won't be any trading activity on the options as well, because the market maker will not know how to arbitrage against it.
Yeah.
That's usually what would happen. All right, so that's the market. So let me just kind of really quickly go through everything. And Kane, if you'd like to add something to this, please feel free. Okay.
Okay,
Um,
sounds good.
Yeah, so generally speaking, we're right now pinched between the 100-day and the 50-day. If you look at QQQ, exactly the same thing. And as we came up to the 50-day and the 8-day, which are now crossing each other, which is not a great look. Also, both the 8-day and the 15-day are pointing down, and the 8 is below the 15. None of that is good. There's nothing here that's good. Okay. I'm going to start there and stop there. There's nothing here that's good. Nothing here is looking great. Should we panic? No, I don't think we need to panic. I don't think we need to do anything right now. I think we just need to chill out and see what happens for the next couple of days, and just be very, very nimble and not this is the way the market's going, and I'm only going to trade. Be nimble. You got to be nimble right now.
That's
You got to
right.
be very flexible. You got to be very, 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 very flexible right now. You can't take this too seriously. Mags right now, same thing, and there's a lot of high volume bars here, so there's a lot of stuff here that's not. Yeah, Botine, right, is the one that I know. Tim, I actually know him. He's a pretty cool guy, nice guy. A little out there, but very nice guy. We did a photo shoot with me, him, and Booker a couple of years ago. I had to fly out there. Nice guy. Yeah, that's his bread and butter, right? Okay, so again, a lot of stuff here, but again, we're nothing. And folks, Nvidia can drive the market back above. It can be a catalyst for the market to go back above. And I think we also have Walmart earnings, right? Yeah, we have Walmart. So
Yep.
I think we need to see. Yeah, I called this for a short earlier today, by the way, this one in Adobe. I think we need to see the market get above this level or get below this level, because right now we're just building a little base here and we're speculating too much. But I find it very interesting that this is happening right before the federal government starts giving us Fed data once again, and before Nvidia and Walmart earnings. I find that very one thing about me, I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy. I'm not. I don't look for coincidences. I don't look for telltale signs. I don't really look for too much. I just look at price. But I do think it's interesting. I do think it's interesting that we're inside the American flag. We're inside the American flag. And when you're inside the American flag, the laws of the markets say that you will, once you enter it, usually you traverse it before coming back up. Yeah. Traversing, meaning going from one end to another. So right now, our target would be the 100-day, but we are a little overextended here. So I'm thinking that we're going to pull one of these right here, kind of like we did right here. See, we penetrate and then we start moving higher. We penetrate and we start moving higher. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not going to make any predictions. By the way, there's a very strong support level on the SPY right now. Let me just show you guys this. If you're day traders, there's a strong support right here, right at the 160 level. If we break, and I don't think we will, but if we break 160, we can come off, okay? Just FYI. And I'm not looking at market internals right now, so I don't really know what they're pointing to. They're actually not looking that great either, but there's no divergence. ADD is negative 600, so it can go either way. It can go either way. One thing, the reason why I don't think we're going to break it is because we're near the bottom of the value area right here. Okay, and that tends to be a really good support. Okay, so, and again, we don't really have a catalyst right now. Cyrus says demand for chips is over that. What it can produce, I think it will do good on earnings. It's not what it will do on earnings. It's how it does on earnings in comparison to what Wall Street expects. It's a big, big difference. It's a big, 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 big difference. It's not whether it's going to do good or bad. Okay, so that's kind of where we are right now in the big scheme of things. Let me give you guys stocks that I like, okay, and then we'll talk about stocks that you guys like, okay, and Kane and I will comment on those stocks. Also, there's a lot of support here for my intraday price areas. Look at that. We broke my levels, then we came right back down, and now we're near the bottom of the base. This is look at how this pivoted right off of yesterday's closing. Look at that. That's yesterday's closing, this dotted line right here. Got to watch price action. It's something. Okay, so let's start. AXGN. And again, every stock tells a story. What story is this stock telling us? Well, it's been basing pretty good here, pretty tight price action, broke up. What happens, and this is really important, what happens after it breaks up? Does it sag? No. It's a gap and go. I mean, it's not a gap. It's a run and go. It keeps moving higher. Okay, that's great. This right here nullifies this move. This means this move has been accepted. Okay. Okay. Now it consolidates, catches up to the 8-day EMA, right? And now it looks like it wants to make another move up, and it's not overextended. That's a nice look. That's a nice look, okay? And again, I'm hoping that me giving you this narrative will kind of make you see stocks the same way, you know? And what happens when it starts pulling back? It pulls back right to the 15 and then goes right back above the 8. That's a pretty damn strong stock, okay? You know what? I don't know why I started with this one. I usually start with the shorts, but I'm going to start with the longs today because we already started. So I'll just continue with the longs.
I think it's good to change things up. Keeps people on their toes, Roger.
Yeah,
keep them on their toes.
You know what happened? I wrote this one in the wrong column after the fact, and then I'm just going with it now. So, frog. Okay, what is so good about this stock? It consolidates. It goes up but when it goes up, it has several high volume bars here. When it breaks up, and it's telling us the price is too high, but you got a lot of volume in this area, which means there's a lot of interest for this stock in this area. It pulls back pretty rapidly, although the market did too. But it bounces at the 15-day, not at the 50. The market's over here. This thing is up here, and now it's coming back up, and it's strong. And it's up over 3.5% today when the market's flat. There's definitely interest in this stock, and it's looking really good. Oh, sorry. Next one, CMI. Same thing. Same thing as the stock I just showed you. Exact same thing. Moving up very quickly, breaking this level, the 1.5 standard deviation, 3 days in a row, pulling back. What happens when it gets to the 15? You have a high volume bar, and then you get right above the 8-day, and it's strong again. And where's the American flag? Right here. Kathy, we're not yet. We're not there yet. You give those to Raleigh, and Raleigh will give them to me. And Kane. EXAS. Okay. Nice clean trend. Respecting the 15-day every time. Look at that. Right there, right here, right there, and moving up. Moving up. Very nice. Very nice look. Cisco, it's not really, it's looking good. I'd like to see it get a little stronger here, but it's not looking bad. Notice every stock I'm showing you is above the American flag. GM, I like this pullback. I like this. I'd like to see it a little higher, above 70.50. Okay, 70.50. Holding on really well here. Box A. Not yet. It needs to come up right here. It needs to get above 66. But you could add it to your watch list. Oh, my neck is killing me today. FedEx, that looks great. That's a very nice A-line, Matt. You know that? Nice A-line. Nice stock. I like this stock.
Funny.
Yeah, earnings. What did you say?
It's funny.
What's funny?
We have it.
Ha! There you go. There we go. It's a nice looking stock. Another one, LVS. It's a nice A-line right here. Look at that. Nice A-line right there. Nice A-line right there. Coming off right there. Yep. Light. It's getting a slightly, I mean, I would probably consider this for a day trade once it went back above the VWAP. I don't know if and it's got some upside, but I don't know if I would, swing this. Getting up a little uppity right now, but I do like this stock for a day trade. Yep, Jason, we do. That's why we're still holding on to them. GH, beautiful A-line. Very nice A-line. Nice pullback opportunity here to the A-line. Look at what happened. Gaps, consolidates, drops to the 15-day. The 15 says, no, we don't want it here. It's too low. It comes right back up here and now above this range. That's a nice look. I really like FedEx and GH. Okay, next one. This is all daily. Jefferson, you could see it right here, daily. This is all daily. I do my analysis on a daily time frame, okay? Daily. C&K, I think that's a movie theater. Yeah. You would think movie theaters wouldn't be, I don't know about this one. It's not bad. I would never day trade this stock. I mean, you got a wick on every candle there is, but it's starting to move up. I would consider adding this to a watch list. No problem, Jefferson. AHR. Nice little wiki here, but not a bad stock. Not a bad stock. Now, what I tried to do is I tried to show you several stocks that all have a similar pattern or almost a similar pattern. That's a very, 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 very good pattern to trade. It's a very high probability pattern to trade. Okay, now we'll do the downside, right? Before I do the downside, Kane, did you want to add anything to that?
No, those all look good. And the great thing about right now is since they are very relatively strong and the SPY is back down at the MA50, and so is NVIDIA, right? So they pretty much mirror each other. So you're not going to have high correlation to these in the short term. So if you're worried about NVIDIA earnings, at the very least, you're not highly correlated at the moment.
No. And Kane actually brought up a very good point, not just made a good point and brought up a good point. You don't have to avoid all stocks. Not every stock is glued to NVIDIA. Blue chip stocks are not. So there's a lot of, if it's a tech stock, it will be correlated to NVIDIA. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. I don't care what it does. If it's a tech stock, you're going to have correlation. It's a big ocean. It's going to be a big explosion, but potentially. But other stocks, no. And as I said, NVIDIA tends to not do nearly as much as what people think it's going to do 78% of the time. And that's actually a statistical number, not something I'm getting out of my you-know-what. All right. Hey, Richard. How are you? So far, Richie, we like FedEx and we like GH, the long one, okay? Yeah, FedEx and GH, we really like a lot. And this AXGN, this one too, AXGN. All right. All right, let's continue. Short side. Bloomin'. We're below the American flag. We're below the key averages. It's a little choppy stock, but it's got plenty downside to go. And I don't see anybody buying this stock anytime soon. Retailers have not been doing so well lately. Adobe. Hey, I remember giving this stock to some of you guys with a little arrow that goes here. I'll show you. Raleigh, let me show you how advanced we've gotten in the VIP room. I mean, in the pit. I mean, draw a little arrow, and then we draw a little smiley face.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like how the smiley face, the smile is pretty much the arrow.
Yeah. And I'm letting folks know, hey, I'm shorting Adobe. It's a scalp. I'm not going to post it here. It's too, it's just too fast. And then and then there's Adobe, and then Microsoft, and then there's the happy face right there. Anyways, thanks for Adobe made $1.05 per contract. No problem. Oh, Ivano made 25%. Good. So happy to hear that. Yeah. Having a little fun with you guys in the pit. Seeing if you guys are paying attention. Microsoft, not looking great. Microsoft. Well, that was the other one we were talking about, Adobe and Microsoft. Microsoft's actually weaker than Adobe. It's a better trade than Adobe. In hindsight, of course. No, wrong stock. BA. I took a little bite out of this one too this morning. Again, too fast to post for you guys. Coin, real weak. TTD, Trade Desk, real weak. Let me look at AT&T real quick. Going. Visi, this stock right here, Visi, and GPC. I just added this one recently. And you could see the majority of these stocks made a low, bounced up, and are coming back down once again. Okay? If you're going to be shorting stocks right now, and it's not the worst time to start shorting stocks, try to find the stock. Don't look for stocks that have been going up here. Let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. And Kane and I will do the analysis where we pick your favorite stocks in a second. Just let me show you this here. We'll do that for about 15, 20 minutes here. Okay, so let me show you. If you're going to be shorting stocks, so imagine this is a stock, right? And it's breaking down. Don't short those stocks right now. Short stocks that have been going down, for several months now, like this. Short stocks that are already in a trend like this. Because a stock like this, one big surprise can get it to go back to its uptrend. These stocks, what happens here is you get a trend like this. And then you get a news announcement that takes it up, and then it just comes right back down. If you have this support system behind you, okay? So I see a lot of folks, oh, well, Roger, it already went from 100 to 10. It's too late to short. No, that's the best time to short it. That's the best time to short it. The odds are it's going to go to 5. Just like buying this stock at 10 that went from 100 to 10 is the stupidest mistake you can make. But buying a stock that went from 10 to 100 is the best decision you can make. It's the same thing, same concept. Okay? Lee's actually a good example. That's a perfect example. That's actually a perfect example, Joe. It's a little overextended, so I wouldn't day trade it unless it went to the VWAP, and then maybe. But I do like the stock. It's been on my watch list, and it's been on the top of the stock of the Pro Trader dashboard scanner.
Yeah. And Roger, earlier this morning in the pre-market briefing, somebody mentioned the fact that flow doesn't have much more room to go, and you said I beg to differ. And it's the same thing. It's been on that downward move.
Yeah. Here's a good. Actually, thank you for bringing that up. So look, this stock has been going from $30 to $10. Do you know how many people said it can't go lower? Here and here and here and here and here, and it keeps going lower. Mm-hmm. Don't ever assume something can't go lower or something can't go higher. If you assume that, you are going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. You know what I did that with? You guys want to hear it? You guys are going to crack up if I tell you. Okay? I thought I knew. I thought when Google became a so you guys all want to laugh at me, like really laugh at me, like out loud. Okay, I thought Google was too expensive when it became an IPO. All right, if that doesn't tell you everything, I don't know what will. Now, I mean, that was what 20 years ago. But so don't do that. Don't. Stocks will typically go much higher, much more than you think, and they'll typically go much lower than you think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And on a stock like Flow, what you see there is, if you look at it from this view, it looks almost like it's going parabolic, right? It's going down faster and faster, but it's doing it on such low volatility. Those bars are so consistently in their size that it's not like it's getting overdone. So it is going down faster and faster, but the price range is consistent. So it can definitely go lower.
Yeah. You know when this stock can't go lower? When it's at 0. That's when it can't go lower, when it's at 0. If you guys knew how many people lost their life savings thinking that way, it can't go any lower, I'm going to buy here. It can't go any lower, if you knew the stories that I could tell you, no, don't do that. As a matter of fact, I always tell you guys, you know how I always tell you don't buy stocks under $20. This is a great example. I always tell you guys don't buy stocks under $20, right? But I always tell you if a stock is a short and if it's under $20, it's great, especially if that stock was a $100 stock. And it's even better if it was a $1,000 stock. And it's even better if it was a $10,000 stock. Because you know why? Because nobody wants it and it's still going lower. It's cheap and nobody's buying it. It's still going lower. See, I learned that lesson when I started trading. Kmart was in the poorhouse. Remember? Do you guys remember Kmart?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, when I started trading in the 94, when I started trading, you guys probably don't have memories like elephants, but Kmart was in big trouble. And the stock was cracking like $5, $6. And I remember reading Peter Lynch book, like buy stocks that you know. And I'm like, well, I know Kmart. I mean, there's one like right around the corner from my house. This is when I lived in LA, and it was one on 3rd Street and Fairfax. There's a Kmart there. I don't know if it's still there, but it was there. It's been there for at least 40 years now. I remember buying Kmart, and it just kept going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And now Cyrus says it's history. And you see, it's gone now. So don't do that. Don't
Blue
do
light
that.
special.
Exactly. Don't do that. Okay, let's pick your favorite stocks, and Kane and I will go through some of them, okay?
Yep. And Roger, I've already had some people offering up some tickers, so we've got a head start on the program. And the first ticker I was given was CTRA.
CTRA, all right. Okay. Well, overall, and Kane, please feel free to chime in, okay? It's very choppy. It's a very, very choppy stock. So it's not a stock that I would actually like to trade because it's really choppy, like really, really choppy. So you get the X across it. Technically, it's okay. I mean, it's supporting the 200-day moving average. It's okay. I mean, I really can't tell you anything I don't love this stock. I don't really even like it that much. It's okay. I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it right now. I would want to see it develop a very strong trend and probably trade above the 27 area. Do you disagree, Kane?
No, I definitely agree. It's the earliest I want to trade it is that the break above the high, that green bar, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks ago.
Uh,
Yeah, right around there. Yeah.
Around
the high,
okay.
the local high right there. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be okay, but nah. It dropped too much. It's going back to the 200, and it's really choppy. You should avoid choppy stocks if you can help it. Next one, Raleigh.
Next one, SBUX.
Starbucks. Okay. Well, if I was to go on the other side of my room, and if I was to look at this chart, you know what I would see? I would see a big fat channel. And we don't trade channels. The stock is not going up or down. There's no directional bias. It's literally sitting at the 50-day moving average. This stock that will not give you an edge. I wouldn't know what to do with this stock. I wouldn't know which way to look at it. I mean, it's doing nothing. Okay, let's continue.
All right. Next one, Las Vegas Sands, LVS.
It had a really strong trend. It pulled back to the 15-day EMA where it held. And now, in this crappy market that's breaking down, it's still sitting above the 8-day EMA, which is giving it support. So I'm hoping the stock will start rounding out here and start coming back up and testing this area. But that's a very strong trend. I like the stock.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next one, FMST.
FMST. Well, it's a little choppy, but more importantly, I would think about shorting this stock after it breaks the 200-day moving average. Right now, it's at support, and it could stay here for quite some time. Maybe for a short after it breaks this, if it has high volume and volatility. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Next one is PRB.
PRB?
Uh-huh.
Don't see anything there.
Okay, let me move to the next one. Palantir, PLTR.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. I like it. Okay, so you see how it's not below the American flag, but it's dropping fast here? That's a great short right here. That's a good short. That's a nice short.
All right. Kane, you agree with that? You like that setup?
Yeah, short into that. It looks like that 155 area looks pretty good. Right, 155 to 150 as a target.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I mean, this thing is a short right now. It's either a short or don't do anything. It's one of those two. It's definitely not a long. Go ahead.
It's different. Okay.
I think it was PBR. They wanted.
Yeah, I got the number. I got the letters reversed.
It looks like that stock we looked at a few minutes ago. Looks exactly like it, like that first one we looked at. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch this stock. All right, let's continue.
Okay. RGLD.
All right. It's right at the 50-day moving average. It's struggling to get above this area right here. It already tried once and it couldn't. I would just watch the stock. I wouldn't really be doing much with it right now. I think it's kind of stuck in this area right now. That's not a high probability play. There's no edge here.
Okay. A little company called Google.
Google. Google's looking fantastic. Didn't we make money on it this morning, Matt?
Mhm.
Yeah, we took a 50% profit on weekly cash flow on this stock. It looks beautiful. I love it. It actually looks like it's setting up for a great trade. I may go long Google. No, not ahead of Nvidia. But if it wasn't for Nvidia earnings, I would probably go long Google right here once again. That's setting up for a nice A line right now. Don't be if you see Matt take an A line in Google today, don't be surprised.
Okay. Next one, CAT, C-A-T.
Looks like it's really choppy and isn't doing much right now. We would want to see a trade above this area right here. Otherwise, it may just kind of sit here for a while. It's not much here or there.
Okay. Another small company, Apple, AAPL.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it today, so this is great. Waiting for Nvidia earnings. I mean, overall looks good. It needs to get back above it needs to trade here. This is no good. It needs to trade here. But I will tell you this, it's holding up a hell of a lot better than most stocks. To me, this looks like it may be building a low here. Unless Nvidia earnings are really crappy, it could be like one of these scenarios with it getting ready to come back up. Potentially.
Okay. Sun, S-U-N.
Whew, you guys are picking really choppy stocks today. It's really, it looks okay. It's breaking the 200-day moving average. It's above the American flag, but it's got a lot of chop. It's got a lot of stuff here. I'd want to see it get out of this range.
Okay. Next one, this is one I missed from a little bit earlier, NRG.
Energy. Oh, man. I mean,
You're sitting there like, come on, guys.
what do you want me to do with this thing?
I don't know. It's interesting why people are picking these things.
I don't know either. Like, why are you giving me crappy stocks, guys?
Maybe it's in their portfolios and they're just, wondering.
Yeah, it shouldn't be in your portfolios. Don't wonder.
All right.
Don't wonder. Stop wondering. If you have to wonder, you get rid of it. Go ahead. Man, oh man. Oh.
Micron, MU.
All right. Breaking down. Obviously breaking down. I wouldn't be selling this or throwing this out with the bathwater till we're below the 50-day. I still like the stock. I wouldn't buy it right now with your money, but I would wait to see what happens. It looks like it could begin to be a good short if it's here, but this is too early. So we're in a wait and see mode if this is a real breakdown or not. So I wouldn't do anything with it. Overall, it's a great stock.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. CHTR.
Charter. Oh, that's a beauty right there. It's a very nice short. As a matter of fact, it's a nice short. It's breaking down. It's not overextended, and it's right at the VWAP. That I would say is a 9.5. Who gave you that one? That's a good one.
I'm not sure. I was just writing them down as they popped up. But
well, that's
a beautiful. That's picture perfect. Yep.
That's yeah. As a matter of fact, hold on one second.
Kane, I wish you would stop interrupting.
Well, there's everything's being said already, so there's not much for me to add.
That's what I figured. Good consensus there.
Okay, sorry about that. That looks like a really good trade setup. That's an A+ trade setup because it looks like such a good trade setup that I just took it in my account. That's how good it looks.
I was wondering what you were doing.
I was putting it in my account is what I was doing. If you want to know the truth, that's exactly what I was doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, look. You got a nice downtrend, right? You got a really nice downtrend. You're definitely not overextended yet, but this thing definitely wants to go down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We came down in the morning. We went up to the VWAP. What happened to the VWAP? We broke back down.
Yep.
This is exactly, guys, by the way, this is exactly the same setup that we gave you that I took this morning on Adobe right here. I took This I took this for myself on Adobe. I gave it to you guys too. So don't the thing right here.
Yep.
And look, and Microsoft. Remember that picture I drew for you right here?
Yep.
Well, that's a nice setup right here. Because if the market continues going down, this thing will come down here. I mean, I wouldn't be swinging this, but I like this for a day trade. That's a very nice setup. Here and here. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to get my own personal my own personal business involved with your with our shenanigans now.
That's good. Good
Trying to make-
recommendation.
trying to
Whoever
make my
did
nut.
CHTR did good. Here's one for you, Roger. IBTT.
Richard says, I see why you put it in your account, Roger. Yeah. I'm sorry. I missed the last one.
IBTT.
Thank you. That's the
TT. I think it's double T. IBTT.
IBTT. I don't.
Yeah, it's not pulling up for me either.
I don't have it.
Okay, if whoever put
Maybe
IBTT,
IBBT. Maybe this
Maybe-
maybe IBB.
IBIT? Bitcoin?
I bet that's Bitcoin.
Maybe this one. Oh, this. Well, okay. This one looks good. This one looks like a nice short.
okay, so we'll go with IBIT. Maybe I just
Yeah, a little overextended. A little overextended. So I would probably just want to day trade this, but it looks pretty good.
All right, excellent. ADM.
ADM. This is an interesting one, right? Generally speaking, I like this stock, but not as of late. Look at this. There's nothing. I mean, there's no edge here. There's nothing here. Look. You got this. You got a symmetrical triangle. You're below here. You're right there. You got a lot of chop. I can't make heads or tails with it right now.
Right. You know what? What's interesting, Roger, and I know, Kane, you could do the same thing. Roger, you could just look at a chart in like 2 seconds and know whether it's interesting or not.
Less than that, probably at this
Yeah.
point.
And from
Instantly.
that standpoint, time, if you have to think about it a little bit more, you're like, next.
It's scary at this point. Like it's scary at this point. Like it's like this. Like it's instant. It's instant. My short was on this. I'm not suggesting you guys I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm just telling you that I
On CHTR. Okay, we've got several more to go.
Yeah.
So
let's do a few more. Let's do a few more, and then we'll get into our class. Okay. Do you mind, Kane, if we do a few more?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. Having a little fun.
ONDS.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's not a bad chart. It looks like it wanted to base out at. I'm hoping that the SPY doesn't look like this in a month, because we're right here right now on our. You can pretend this is the SPY, and we're right here right now on the SPY, right here. Okay, so it bounced off the 100-day, and now it went above the 50, and now it's seeing if it likes the 50 or not. I like the stock in principle. What I would like to see is a breakout above here, and then I would probably add if I saw it going above here. But I don't hate this stock. It's just not ready yet in my.
It's just not ready. It's setting up.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, SMCI.
That's nice. Actually, this is one of the stocks on my day trading list. This is a nice day trading stock. I like the stock. What's not to like? It's breaking down. It's in a clean down trend. This is a great stock to trade. Hits the VWAP, backs off. Similarly to what we're doing right here. It's very similar to what we're doing right here. It's nice.
Excellent.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to. I usually don't take trades while I'm teaching, but I couldn't resist.
Hey, this is live. This is real time. Real time, real life.
I couldn't resist. Go ahead.
Next one is Mark. MRK.
Mark.
Oh, MRK.
Sure it's not Merck. Yeah,
Merck.
Yeah, Merck. Well, healthcare has been on fire lately.
Yeah, it has.
It has. This stock is breaking through all the key levels. Generally speaking, this is a highly tradable stock, although it looks like it wants to go higher. I mean, look at the lows. The lows are getting higher. It's not looking bad. I probably would. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a starter position on this near the 8-day EMA. I wouldn't day trade this stock unless it was moving parabolically. I would probably not do anything just yet and wait for it to get above this level right here.
Hmm.
And if it does, we'll kind of still have a little gap here, and then the fun will begin over here. So it doesn't look bad. There's better stocks out there, but it doesn't look bad. Let's do one more.
Okay, LLY.
Lily. Ooh, that is a beauty. That is a very, very, very. That's sexy right there. That's a stock I take home to my mother. Okay, that's a good stock. That's a great stock. It's not overextended. It's clearly breaking out. If it goes to the VWAP, if the SPY was to take a hiccup right now and this was to go to the VWAP and then break back above, I would not hesitate to take this trade.
Outstanding.
Not for a split of a second. The only thing that would stop me, Raleigh, is if the volume was unusually low.
Okay.
But this is an A+ setup right there.
So from that standpoint, Roger, there were several that we asterisks: LVS, Las Vegas Sands, Palantir, Google, Charter, SMCI, and LLY. If you were to pick one of those tickers, Roger, what kind of an option setup would you or Kane look for on that?
It depends. Like something on Charter, like right here, I'm looking for this stock right here to go down here. I would probably get an option that expires next Friday.
Okay. And you would just be buying a put on this one?
Yeah. And if it breaks the VWAP and comes back above this, I would liquidate the trade. So my risk is right here. Okay. And my profit potential is right here. That's my risk right here. And my profit potential is right here, about 1.5 times the size.
About 1.5 times.
And again, I'm not posting this. I'm not doing anything except I just took it for myself. That's all I did.
Yeah, no, that was setup. Just, yeah. And Kane, from your perspective, once again, if you think about LVS or Lilly or SMCI or any of the tickers you have there, you have any thoughts as to what you might be looking at as an option play?
Yeah, so the option, it really depends on what your target is, what your strategy is. So for example, on Charter right here, what Roger said, hey, I'm looking for a short-term trade. So I'm only going to take it down to 194. If you're looking at it at the daily chart and you're saying, wow, this thing is really grinding lower, it could keep on grinding and grinding and grinding. Well, maybe I'll take a 1 week or 2 week or even 1 month trade. I'd be looking to do a vertical, a debit vertical to the downside, because it'll take advantage. You don't get ruined by the time decay because it's not moving super fast, right? It's just grinding lower. Right. So I'd be taking a vertical to the downside if I was looking longer term, and then a nice put, like Roger said, if I was looking for like a 1 day trade.
All right.
1 second, gentlemen. I'm just I'm giving a bonus time spread to the pit members. 1 second.
Well, Kane, you still have the microphone there.
Yeah. So I guess my point is that you want to match your options to your viewpoint and the trade that you want to take. Do I want to take a 1 day trade in this environment? I probably would take a shorter trade just because we don't know what's going on with Nvidia and Walmart and
That's
the
a
FOMC
great
minutes.
point. That's a great point right there, because we just don't know, with what's going to happen with the big Nvidia play. And obviously, Roger pointed out that there's a lot going on in retail. So Walmart's going to tell a pretty big story as well, as far as the markets are concerned.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what I remember what I said earlier when we started this thing. I said, when we started this session, I said, I don't think we're going to get a move above the 50-day moving average or anywhere below. I think we're going to be here till we see what earnings on Nvidia and Walmart are. So I wouldn't be taking any major positions right now in light of that, which is why I'm just scalping around, playing around, doing day trades, waiting for the market to give us more information, if you will. Okay.
So as a closing question that just kind of came up, and I think this ties back to what Kane just mentioned. From Bill, he said this, and there's several people asked the same question. So Roger and Kane, if Nvidia does not meet Wall Street expectations, would the other mag stocks still go up, or will Nvidia bring down all the mags and other stocks associated with it? This is obviously a speculation there, but what are your thoughts on that?
It has enough market cap to really move tech stocks. It does have market cap, substantially, a lot, a little. That all depends on how bad or how good the number is. But here's my answer to your question. Do you remember? Let me give you the best answer possible. Go look up what happened with Nvidia the day that DeepSeek came out, and look at what happened to the market.
Yeah.
The day it happened. And I think that will answer your question without us having to answer your question. That's all you got to do. Your answer is waiting for you, my friend. Your answer is waiting for you, packaged up and waiting for you. Look at what happened to the market the day Nvidia dropped 28% in one day.
Right.
And look at what happened to the market, and look at what happened to the market the next day when Nvidia recovered. Probably the best answer I can give you.
Right. Kane, would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. And also, where's your risk? Is it more to the downside or to the upside? And with something like NVIDIA, where it's positioned in the market, expectations for it, so the question I would ask, is it easier for NVIDIA to just sort of match earnings or lose, not hit it by a little bit or not hit it by a lot, or just do a little bit better than expectations? So all of those result in pretty much the same movement in the price action. And then the other possibility is it completely blows out expectations to the upside. So you do have a little bit of an imbalance risk with NVIDIA right now.
Okay, outstanding, guys. Terrific session, Roger. Everybody really enjoyed this. Anytime the two of you can sit there and look at Tiggers and analyze the markets, you're just reinforcing all the time the process that you go through every day when it comes to what you're looking at, what drives your decision-making process. I am particularly liked it, Roger and Kane, when you said, now this is a good-looking trade, and here's why. Because those are things that, there's muscle memory or memory. You commit that to memory when you see those types of things combined with everything else. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys liked it. And right now, we're going to get into a class that Kane and I put together for you guys. I hope you pay attention to this class. And I apologize for taking the time to do my own personal stuff. I usually don't do that, but I really like that trade. That was a good trade.
No apologies necessary.
So
Once again, Roger, we are live.
Yeah. So thank you for whoever found that charter trade. It was a perfect opportunity. It was a good, whether it worked. And here's the thing, folks. Whether a trade works out or not does not determine if it's a good trade.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say that again. How a trade works out does not mean it's a bad or a good trade setup. I'll have 10 losers in a row, and if they're all good, if I'm trading well, then I'm not doing anything wrong. Please do not judge your performance by winners or losers, or you're going to be judging your performance by something by randomness. Don't do that. Don't do that. After you have at least 100 trades of the similar trades, then start analyzing price action. Before that, you're just dealing with a bunch of noise and randomness.